Hi there, and welcome Spice. The fight between web recording and Shannon Sharp and comic Mypps isn't finishing at any point in the near future, as the two men are not yet having a go at one another. Notwithstanding Sharp's reconciliatory endeavors, the apparently innocuous episode is being dramatically overemphasized, with many sources suggesting that Epps has something vile up his sleeves. What has the entertainer been blamed for? And what are the subtleties of the arrangement? Epps and Shannon Sharp could get down to business at the NBA top pick end of the week. And trust me, it won't be a lovely sight on the off chance that they accomplish first off. For one, don't figure Epps would need to confront somebody as tremendous as Shannon Sharp, who unintentionally is a previous NFL player. Strangely, Epps seems, by all accounts, to be towing that equivalent line, suggesting that he had developed past those things. However, who wouldn't, in any case, on the off chance that you're living under a stone? Let me welcome you to what's going on in reality. The issue between Shannon Sharp and Epps started a couple of days prior when Epps got down on Sharp in front of an audience for his now-renowned meeting with Feline Williams, the humorist who called Sharp gay and said he seemed to be the media sister. He likewise alluded to Sharp's design sense, asserting that it made him look gay anyway. What EP said that began the entire brouhaha was toward the start of the joke, when he guaranteed that Sharp informed him of a meeting. Epps seemed, by all accounts, to be upset by the inquiries sharply posed to Feline Williams in regards to his job on Friday. Next, he saw that Sharp was attempting to trap Feline Williams into demonizing him, which is why Epps called him out in front of an audience. "Shannon Sharp called me, attempting to do a meeting," Epps began. "I said no media. I ain't doing any talk with you, so you can sit opposite me and take a gander at my balls while I'm plunking down." I thought he planned to assault Feline. The show is called Shay, and the person is letting you know to put a hairpiece on that fellow and let me know if that ain't the media sister on his webcast, with Chad Johnson sharply applauded back at Epps guaranteeing that he never informed the entertainer about coming on his show. Irate and sharply repeated that he wasn't wounded by the gay remarks Epps made. Yet he could have done without the untruths that the entertainer was regurgitating. However, he didn't specify Epps by name, and we as a whole knew who the cap fit. I couldn't care less about pretty much everything that could be said. "I'm gay." "I couldn't care less about that," said Sharp, "'cause I won't pursue a falsehood yet. I won't let you lie on my name." He then, at that point, took steps to deliver the messages, demonstrating that it was Epps who took the main action. "Say my name once more and I will deliver the DM since you're a lie yourself. I connected with you to come on club. Shay, and you're a mofo. Now when I see you, I'm going to check whether you're about that. I'm going to express out loud whatever you've been expressing, attempting to get a few jokes since you blew up in light of the fact that Feline Williams did what he did sharply. Then, at that point, rehashed his mindfulness teasing. Epps to specify his name once more and he would deliver every one of the messages of him asking for a meeting. Sharp, who seemed furious, then guided a few not at all subtle put-downs and dangers at the entertainer, hinting that things could get physical assuming they at any point ran into each other. He proceeded with saying, "Your little jokes. Get your little A dismissed, have some good times, yet don't lie and say I said something when I didn't. I'm going to let you know everything someone said to me one time. What is a joke to you is passing to another R person." Epps, not the one to withdraw effectively in view of the danger, gave a reaction to Sharp on his Instagram handle. As per him, such countless individuals have expressed numerous things about the digital broadcast. However, he was shocked that he decided to battle him. "Such countless individuals talk insanely about you, but presently you need to battle me." Epps composed Epps then, at that point, explained that he rather requested that Sharp welcome him on the show and went on to make sense of the justifications for why he needed to come. He composed, "I DM you to get on the show since you brought my name up when you were staying there with Cap. Furthermore, you were attempting to inspire him to talk obsessed with me, yet he didn't." Epps then proceeded with his media insults, asserting that Shannon looked all lively and fiery. He explained that he wasn't calling him gay. However, he contrasted Sharp's looks with rapper Huge Fredia. He said, "You seem to be media staying there. You were looking lively. I'm not saying you gay. You look like Huge if you stay there. You really want to take those tight shirts off with the muscles." Many fans began faulting Sharp for dramatically overemphasizing the entire issue. They contended that Mike Epps didn't befriend his character, and his tongue might have slipped when he said a sharp welcome to Club Shay. After all, he was up in front of an audience doing his thing and didn't have the advantage of cautiously speaking carefully prior to letting them out. They believed that the joke artist simply needed to make his crowd giggle and planned no evil towards the previous NFL star. So Sharp attempting to get all physical with Mikey P's was superfluous in their assessment. They felt that since Sharp permitted joke artists to express wild things about others on the show, he had to have the option to stomach the wild things others said about him. However, I can't figure out if the critics got to him. Sharp at long last quieted down and apologized for a portion of the words he utilized. He then said that he would be having a plunk down with Mike Epps to resolve their disparities and ideally reach a friendly resolution. He took to Twitter to give the uplifting news. I and Mike Epps have chosen to have a one-on-one discussion in non-mainstream at NBA All-Star Weekend to examine our disparities. We both understood that this present circumstance might have ought to have been taken care of distinctively. I was sorry to my family, friends, and family, as well as my fans. In the meantime, Mike Epps has not responded to the signal. Many fans felt that it was to their greatest advantage to essentially apologize for specific comments. As per sources, a segment of Sharp's fans are thinking that the EPS may be wanting to end Sharp in one of his satire schedules, which is the reason he hasn't apologized at this point. Mike Epps is known for playing individuals, with the most recent of his casualties being Feline Williams. At a show in Las Vegas, the humorist expressed that he was offended that Feline Williams didn't joke with him. I was offended that Feline Williams didn't confront me. He began, "Man, I need some press too." The man said he ain't never gotten high with anyone I've gotten high with before, for however he sat up and did an entire 8-ball one-time champagne cigarettes. The entire night, a feline strolls around and says, "It's delightful." Curiously, Feline and EPS have been in one another great books since the two of them were featured in the Ice Shape created film, Friday After Next. The last film the two of them showed up in was 2021's Meet the Blacks 2, proceeding with his set in front of an audience. EPS uncovered that anything Feline said in front of an audience was reality, and he let his crowd know that he called her Feline. Kevin Hart and Cedric the performer, after the meeting. I called Kevin and I called Cedric, however. Cedric didn't pick up the telephone. I never had Steve Harvey's number, and I attempted to call him, yet I called Kevin and advised him to thoroughly demolish him, get Feline someplace, and whoop the hell out of him in the meantime during Feline's chance on the club. Shay uncovered a ton of things happening in the business, which certain individuals accept might be one reason why EPS should end sharply, as per the sources. He expected that in the event that Shannon wasn't halted, he could keep on having visitors on his show that would spill all the tea in the satire business. The sources demonstrated that it was through Feline's meeting that they got to realize that Kevin Hart was an industry plant, as per Feline. Kevin just appeared unexpectedly, and in his most memorable year, he had his most memorable film and television program. He previously had his arrangements when he arrived. Have we known about an entertainer who came to LA and in his most memorable year in law, he had his own sitcom on network TV? And had his own film called Soul Plane that he was driving? No, we've never known about that before, that individual or since that individual olids. Feline said he made sense of that, there was no jokester to have it and I point done that, or after Kevin Hart. In the meantime, he doesn't have a memory of Hart selling out a hall or getting a thunderous applause. He likewise implied that Hart could be an individual from the Illuminati and had offered his spirit to Satan. Consequently, every one of the victories he'd accomplished in his generally short vocation. He additionally brought up that dark male entertainers who at any point wore a dress in a film were caused to due to so for cash, it tends to be reviewed that Kevin Hart guaranteed that he could never wear a dress as a result of the disgrace related with it anyway. A couple of years after the fact, he was spotted unfolding a dress in one of the SNL productions, with many, including Feline Williams, bringing up that it was essential for a commencement cycle. Sharp then, at that point, found out if he dreaded no reaction from Kevin. Feline addressed, "Satan can't make whatever incorporates endowments for his kin. That is the reason you understand what the nobody ought it." patient of someone that sold their spirit in Hollywood is to behave as it didn't occur. He additionally accused entertainers got envious of their partners that they did all they could to take their sparkle. He made sense of that a few humorists were occupied with hit-up filmmakers to play the jobs of their partners. One individual feline claimed who did that to his associate was moderator Steve Harvey. As per him, Steve Hart and a few individuals from the customary rulers of satire were envious of Bernie Mac. He made sense of that. They mistreated Bernie Mac and affronted him during their time together. Consequently, when Bernie passed, and they came for him to supplant Bernie, he turned down the open door. He especially referenced Steve Harvey as the fundamental individual who transparently loathed Bernie Mac and, surprisingly, called studios to take jobs previously gave to Bernie showing. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.